Hey guys, it's JC Chandler back again. It is Saturday. Today's create along is going to be a fabric bracelet to match the earrings that I've done with the same fabric. So we're going to do matching fabric set. For example, I have these earrings that I have created, and I wanted to do something instead of just selling one item. I wanted to do a bundle. So the idea was, do I want to do a necklace, excuse me, or a bracelet or a ring? What do I want to do? Well, why not a fabric bracelet, a matching bracelet to go with these earrings? And I thought about it when I was doing these, and I was like, okay, yeah, I got tons and tons of earrings, but they're gonna probably want something to match them. And that's just kind of a basic idea. You want to try to bundle. I'm getting ready for a market that is next Saturday, and I want to get the most for my time out there. This one's going to be a long one. It's going to be a 5-hour event, and I don't want to come back with selling a couple of $15, $18 items. I'd rather each purchase be like more like a $25 purchase, you know, and several of those, and I'll be good to go. Maybe even more, depending on what I decide to bundle them with. Y'all excuse me, the pollen is ridiculous out here in Georgia, and I've had my door open quite a bit. I'm preparing for next week. I'm off, and I'm gonna be out doing some yard work. Anyway, back to the video. Before I go any further, I want to say thank you to every single one of the subscribers. Guys, you are showing out. All of you who have been with me from the beginning, I appreciate you, and welcome to all of the new subscribers. It's been quite a few since the last time I've thanked my new subscribers, so I apologize for that. Thank you for clicking play. You guys make my heart happy. And I hope you're seeing some amazing stuff here that will keep you coming back. All right, so this is beginner friendly. Y'all forgive me. My voice sounds like it's getting ready to go. So some of you have seen the video where I created a bracelet with fabric using a zip tie. We're not going to do that today, but it is another option, just so you know. All right, zip tie, fabric, bracelet. Boom, easy peasy, low cost to you. You can sell this bad boy for $10. This one's looking a little rough because it was, you know, it was done quickly, and I had a camera in my face. But when I create without the camera in my face, it tends to look a little bit better. But I wanted the rough edge on this, right? I was trying to see what it would look like. We may do one today to see what it looks like, but that's what this is. Today we're not gonna, the first one we're gonna do, we're not gonna necessarily do a rough edge. I'm looking for something like this. So here's an idea of a bundle. Here's a pendant, and here's the bracelet that I made to match it. Now this was done with cardboard. I've done a video with that as well. It's a little too flimsy for me, right? It'll work, but I don't want to sell a cardboard based bracelet, which is why I have a kit available on my site with a plastic core, and you have several different fabrics available to make your own. And this, if it gets wet, it will not, you know, deteriorate, whereas if this gets wet, it's cardboard, right? So my thinking is, and it holds its shape. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna take away this holds its shape too, like it's flexible, but it'll bounce right back to its shape. This one, it'll stay. So if you guys see what I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and get the video going. Right now, all you'll need is a strip of fabric, right? If you get the kit, you're gonna have a strip of, you're gonna get a strip of fabric, several strips of fabric with the double-sided tape on it already. And initially my kit had double-sided tape on here too, but it's redundant, and I'll show you why. So thank you for those who did purchase the kit as it was. It is changing just a little bit. So here we go. So I have two different sizes, right? This is 10 inches long and you can cut it down to whatever size you want, but you will get one that is 10 inches long. I think I cut this one down a little bit. Yeah, this one's 9. Let me see. Yeah, this one's 9. That should work, but when you get your kit, you can cut it down. You'll have 3 of these and 3 pieces of fabric, and then you can make your own kit. And I cut this one thinner for today. So anyway, go to the site, it's below. You'll see what the kit looks like. So the strips that you will receive are 45 inches long and roughly 1.5 inches wide, okay, with this tape on it. So I'm not going to do this one right now because I want to show you what happens. We're going to peel this tape off, right? When you get it, you'll peel the tape off and then you'll fold your fabric down on each side, right? Now, if you if you have fabric already, just iron it down so that your edges will be nice and neat when you wrap, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So for this one, I've already taken the tape off. Excuse me. I've already taken the tape off and I've folded my edges down, right? All the way down. Now there's some sticky in the middle. It's still sticky in the middle from when I took the tape off, which is why this doesn't have tape on it anymore. It was just redundant. This will stick to this as we wrap it. Before I do anything else, I want to connect the ends and start so that it is a circle. So let me get some tape. I forgot to get my tape. Guys, forgive me. Y'all know I am not this, my voice, my throat feels like it's going out on me. All right, so this is just basic masking tape. And what I'm doing is I'm gonna put it on the end here, like this, so that I can grab the other piece and do it just like this and stick it. And then I'm gonna wrap it, and then I'm gonna wrap it again, and this will hold this in place while I get ready. Now there's a little point there that'll straighten out as we wrap the fabric around it. But if you want, you can overlap it if you like. I'm not going to do that. Or you can put additional tape on there. So let me look at my ends. Make sure there's nothing other than a pattern on your fabric. And I'm gonna go from the inside. From the inside right here, and I'm just gonna wrap. I'm gonna wrap one more time, so I'm gonna pull it in through this way. I'm right-handed, so I like to pull it with my right hand. Almost doubled up on that side that wants to point out. So I'm gonna wrap this at an angle. See that? Wrapped at an angle, and the tape from the middle of my fabric is sticking to my base, my blank, let's call it, my bracelet blank. So I'm going to go ahead and keep wrapping at an angle. And I'm pulling tight. You don't have to pull tight, but I am. And I'm just pressing the tape, the sticky part. I'm pressing the sticky part that's in the middle here to the blank. And it's going to hit the fabric as well. So it's possible it's going to stick to the fabric as well as the blank. And I'm just going to continue wrapping. You can speed past this if you need to, but I'm not going to stop the video right now because I want to make sure I continue with my wrapping. I don't want to stop right now. Now mine are a little off. My hands are starting to hurt. Let me just loosen this up a little bit because I want this to be as uniform as possible. That's just me. Am I a perfectionist? Well, I'm selling this, so I should want to have it look as accurate as possible. It is a handmade piece. I do understand that, so it's not going to be perfect, but look at that. So here I didn't have it as close. Now they're almost even. And that's the way I like to see the bracelet when I'm wrapping it. I'm thinking of another way as well where the band, well, I'll show you guys. I'm gonna play around with another way of using this blank, and if it works out, then I will come back on the video with a video to show you another way of using this bracelet blank. This is just me wrapping it as tightly as possible so it will stay. Some people might prefer to add glue. It's up to you. I'm not going to do that because of the double-sided tape. It is very sticky and I am wrapping it pretty tight. See that? And it's holding its shape. And I have some other embellishing ideas that I want to do with this bracelet. One that I showed you guys in a previous video, I had a button earring that I did. Oh, this doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. Oh, I hope it is. Maybe I wrapped it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some more fabric on here. I didn't wrap it wide enough, maybe. Okay, let's see. It's a bigger bracelet, that's why. Interesting. Oh man, I'm a little upset about that. So I'm gonna have to get creative with how to finish this. Let me see if I can unwrap it and come back to it. All right, so it looks like when I had my gaps small like that, I was using up way more fabric than I was thinking of. This is more like what it looks like now, if you can see the difference in how far I am wrapping. It's a lot further. And I got a lot more left. So keep that in mind when you're wrapping your fabric. Keep the spacing as wide as you can to get the most out of your fabric. Now, if you get this, let me get this. Oops, sorry, I'm hitting the camera. If you get this kit and you want to do something more, and say you got some extra fabric, I say use it. Right? Use it for some earrings. Get some wood blanks and put the fabric on it. I'm gonna wrap double at the point where it is. and then I'm gonna go under. See how round that is? And it keeps its shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this under here. Let me do it this way. I'm gonna cut it right here. And then I'm gonna press it down in there. You can glue that down, or you can use some double-sided tape. I'm going to use some glue, and it's more than likely, I'm gonna use the Eileen's Turbo Tacky. Let's see if I can get it open. I haven't used it in a while. Well, you can use any glue that is made for fabric. Let me see. This stuff is really thick. Oh, wow. I might need to pay attention to my glues a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Let me get some of this on here. You add your glue however you want. This is how I'm doing it. And whatever glue you decide to use, it's up to you. I'm gonna pull this tight and wrap it. Pressing and pressing. Now ideally, if you have a binder clip or clothespin or something that you can use to grip it closed, I say go for it. Do that and let it sit right there while it dries. So there's that bracelet that's gonna match those earrings, and I'm gonna sell that as a set. Let's see if we can get another one done. Now this one is a thinner strip. And let's see what I can do with this one. I'm making a mess with this glue. Let's see. I was thinking I was gonna do a kind of a sloppy, not a sloppy wrap, yeah, it's gonna be a sloppy wrap because at the end of it, the edges will fray. So let's see. This one's 9 inches too. Let me see. Can I get my arm through here? Yep, 9 inches is perfect for me. But the kit's gonna have a 10-inch. All right, this is 9 inches long, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this up again, just like I did the other one. And I'm not going to put any tape on it except at the very end. And I'm gonna let the threads just fray and show you what that looks like. So here's some double-sided tape. This is the tape I'm using. This is what will come on your fabric right here. I think I'm gonna do this one. Let me see. I'll do this one offline. I can't wait to see what that bracelet looks like. All right, so let me get this tape cut. And I'm gonna do it just like I did. Whoops, sorry. That's gonna go on here. It's gonna go right. Let me cut this a little bit more. I'm gonna put it right there. And then I'm gonna use the masking tape for this. You use whatever tape you want to use. I'm using the masking tape because I have it. So let me do this, and I'm just letting them meet right there. And I'm gonna bring this over, and then we're just gonna wrap it until I use up my tape. Now that one's not bending like the other one did, so I think that's pretty good. And it's probably because this is thinner. All right, now what I'm gonna do is, let me press this down into the fabric. Y'all see my cuts? I got some cuts on my mat. I'm gonna have to get a new one. I've been putting this one through it. All right, so peel that off. I'm gonna start right here. I'm not gonna fold my fabric in or nothing. I'm just gonna start wrapping. And I'm gonna keep it tight. There's no tape, no sticky side tape, no glue. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wrap it and see what happens with the strands. That's what I'm looking for. I wanna see what it's gonna look like. And we can cut these strings off at the end. Now when I used the zip tie and did this, I almost had to wrap the bracelet double because of how thin it was, and the fabric was about this thick. So we'll see if I need to go around it twice. So see what I'm doing right here? I'm not even really paying attention to how wide it is. I'm just wrapping. And when I say sloppy, you know, raggedy, I don't know, boho, I don't know what you want to call it, relaxed, little sloppy wrap, I guess, I don't know. No glue, no tape, and I'm just wrapping it fast because I'm not stuck to the sticky. The sticky was getting me on the other one. But it served its purpose. Yep. And if you try this bracelet, or if you get the kit and you do make the bracelets, I would love to see what you create. I have one customer, I'm waiting for her to receive her package, and I can't wait to see what she creates. I think the kit that she got had the animal print, and the kits are random, the fabrics are randomly selected based on what I have available. So yeah, this one looks like it's gonna get a double wrap, and that's cool. I like that. So see what it's looking like so far? We can get rid of those threads. I think I might add some, I don't know, wire wrapping on it. We'll see. This one's going easier because it's thinner. Both the blank and the fabric are thinner. And I think I like that. So I might make the bracelets a little bit thinner, more like bangles instead of fat cuffs. Like that one's that's a reasonable size, but I think I like these better. I'm not sure. The kits are this thick. So I might offer a variety of sizes in the kit. I'm still working on adding stuff to my website this weekend, so if you don't see it and you're interested, let me know. Put it in the comments below, and I will definitely get back to you. See the threads coming out? They're actually coming down onto the surface of my workspace, and that's fine. Now this one's gonna get some double-sided tape. Ah, look at that. So not under, but it's okay. Look at that. I love this. love this. So here's the 2 bracelets we made. Let me cut this and, uh-oh, dropped it. Let me cut this and get it finished. Now because it has no glue on it, I'm gonna hold it while I do this because I don't want it to come unraveled. So I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna have it up here, so I'm gonna cut it right here. I just wasted that tape. So let it go under. Wrap it really, really tight. I'll probably come back and do some glue on the outer edge of that, but look at that. That tape is holding. And I'm definitely gonna put some glue on the edge of that. I'm not gonna leave this like that. But there's that one. I think I wanna make one more. Now this one I can fit. Yeah, that one's a little snug for me. My hands might be a little swollen though. All right, there's that. Now, the one thing that I am going to stress is that the more fabric you use, the smaller the bracelet will get or feel. So keep that in mind. You may not have a precise size when you're done. And I think the good thing is that you can do a variety of sizes. Let me see how that fits. Now that one's a lot better. It's bigger. And this one has a double wrapped. It has double fabric on it, so maybe that has something to do with it. And then there's the earrings. Oh, I like that. You see more of the design on this one than you do on this one. So this one is what I'll probably sell as the, this will be an individual bracelet. I'll probably put some wrapped wire or embellish it with some kind of charms, like metal charms, and glue them on, something like that. But this one, I'm happy with the way it is. I might put something right at the top there because that's where the beginning and end is. But you can see more of the design in this bracelet. So there's that one. I really want to do one for this one, but let me see. I want to make sure that I don't go too far over. Let me find another blank and I will be right back. All right, so here's the blank. I just cut it and they'll be right around 12 inches long, between 10 and 12 inches long when you get the kit. So I decided to take it down to about 9.5 just because that's what we've been working on. So here we go. Let me go ahead and close this up. We're gonna make this one. All right, let me close this up. And because it's a fatter one and it has more pull, I'm gonna use more tape. I should have put it under the, yeah. So we're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna press this down and press this down. I think I have enough tape to keep it from trying to point out. Almost. But we're gonna make sure that the fabric keeps it from pointing out. And that's just because it's the nature of the bracelet. It just wants to straighten out. Now, I'm gonna show you how I fold this over when you get, now keep in mind the fabric that I have, it has 2 sides. It's called batik, and I love this side just as much as I love this side. So it's kind of a 2-for-1, and I'll show that in another video why I love it so much. Let's see, so I'm gonna peel this off. I did this in another video before. It was a live I did. It was a live create along. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just folding it over. And naturally, there's gonna be a space in between. So I'm gonna go all the way down here and finish doing it. Let me show you one more time. I'm just folding the tape because it gets kind of tricky if you pull all of the tape off at the same time. Now, the strip may not be cut as straight as you guys might like it, but it is what it is. I was trying to make sure, the idea was to cut the strip wide enough so the tape would come in the middle and leave an opening. So that's what you got. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all the tape backing pulled off, and I am now just kind of pressing to make sure everything is secured and pressed against that tape before I start making my bracelet. And as you can see, it's a little wonky, but on this side you see it's a little more neat, like you don't have the rough edges, right? So I'm just making sure all the tape is pressed down. This stuff is really sticky, guys. It's not 3M tape, but it is just as sticky. All right, so got that done. Those are my ends. I want to make sure I get my ends as straight as possible. I think my hands are getting fatigued. Get them as straight as possible, and that's just something I like to do when I get ready to start making the bracelet. All right, again, we don't have any tape on here, so I'm gonna start. This one's a lot fatter than this one, so I might have to stretch my fabric a little bit more. Uh-oh, that's a big one. All right, we'll see. I'm gonna put some double-sided tape in here just to make sure that it grips my fabric. I'm gonna put it right in here, right there. Peel this off. And then I'm gonna start to wrapping. I'm going to start in the center and then double wrap it on the center mark so that I can cover that tape. All right, now this is going to be thicker. This is a lot thicker, so I'm doing more of a slant. Let's see. Oh no. I'll be right back. I'll let you see what it comes out to. So it looks like I'm doing okay. I'm making some really wide slants. Really wide. And when I'm taking the middle of my tape and I'm going all the way over and making it press against the plastic itself so that it's stuck for sure. And then I'm doing it again. Right there. That's how I'm doing it. We'll see if it's gonna work. It's not as neat as I'd like it, but I think we'll have enough fabric. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll have enough fabric to go around. I'm just hoping my gaps aren't too wide. It's sticking. That's the important part. All right. I love the variations in color on this. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap right at the center. This is where we started. I'm gonna wrap multiple times, stopping right there, because I know I'm going to embellish this one right here at the top. I'm gonna wrap it again. but I want to put some tape in here. I'm going to put some double-sided tape in here, right down the middle of this. Let me see, is it too wide? Yeah, it's too wide, so let me do it this way. Let me do it. Piece right here. Piece right here. Rubbing it so it'll stick. And then at the end, I'm going to put some more tacky glue, or Ahhhhmazing's tacky glue. All right, let me go ahead and wrap this so it'll stick under here. And now it's going to stick on top. And that's what the bracelet looks like right now. So I'm going to give it one more piece of tape right here. Actually, I'm gonna do glue on the inside. Even though there's a little bit of tape on my fabric, I'm still going to put some glue here, and I'm gonna press it down. There we go. So I'm doing that. I'll put it on here as well. And because it's tacky, it's gonna stick really good as soon as I put it down. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right here. And there is my bracelet. I'm gonna put a little more glue here. And then I'm going to use another clamp. And what I like about the Ahhhhmazing's tacky glue is it dries soft, so it won't hurt the skin. Now that's already secure. So I'm gonna do something on top of here. Don't know what, but it may be a matching. Maybe I'll use something that looks like the inside of the fabric on top of here. Or maybe I'll do a small wood cutout and put it on there. Alright, so that one's a little bit bigger, and that's fine. So you have a variety of sizes, right? And hopefully somebody will find their size when they are at your event. So let me go ahead and, so now I've got 2 pairs of earrings and a bracelet to match both. So that's an option. You can make it a 3-piece. Let me go ahead and clamp this. Clamp that down like that. And this one is already dry and ready. So we got this set. And then we got this set. What y'all think? You think it'll be something you'd like to make? I think it would be an awesome idea to continue this series of bundling. I think that's what I'm going to do. A series on bundling. So today was fabric bracelets and matching earrings, and that is going to be a nice set. I love these two. These are going to be awesome. Love it. And then this one has a pendant, so that's a 2-piece set. I can do some earrings that'll match. Awesome. So it'll be a 3-piece bundle or a 2-piece bundle. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful and you enjoyed. And thank you for clicking play. I really appreciate it. these are the 2 bracelets we made using the kit that I have available. If you're interested in any of these shapes, these wood blanks, if you want any of the fabrics, my website link will be below. All right, guys, go create something amazing. See you soon. Bye.